Much dev update? Is it out? Oh.
Hey everyone, I'm Paul, aka Pabro.
And I'm Andre, also known as Medler.
Only
Today's
20
October 30th,
minutes.
which is a bit earlier than usual, because we're flying to Worlds soon, and we wanted to film this before we left.
This is our last dev update of the year, and before we get into some of the things you'll see in Season 1 2026, we wanted to thank you all for being on the journey with us this year.
As always, we want to show some love for your passion.
Surely it won't be disappointing, right?
Andesite, gold and blue accents on the map, as well as some Demacia-themed
gold
skins,
and blue
including
accents.
some champions reimagined as Demacians, with plenty of
Holy.
non-Demacians. And this year, we'll also
Someone
talk
else
about
with
some updates
changes.
to Swiftplay.
Aren't they literally just
With that, we're going to hand it over to Riot and Step and Freak,
repainting
who
it?
will walk you through some of the drift gameplay
Oh my
changes
god,
coming
my
in
favorite
January.
Riot are Freak.
Over the last few,
The first thing you'll notice in January is that the game starts faster. We want to reduce downtime after you load in, so minions and basic jungle camps first spawn 35 seconds earlier than they do today.
What?
You'll still be able to pull off early invades, but you'll have to be much more decisive when you load in.
we're also making some changes to vision. It's an incredibly powerful tool in League, but right now it feels monopolized by supports and sometimes by junglers. We want to make effectively warning the map easier to learn for everyone, and give more opportunities and power towards drops by pushing champions, especially mid and top laners who are side laning later in the game.
So, we're adding Phalites, locations that
Phalites.
grant temporary bonus vision to wards with unique bonus vision areas for each spot.
What?
Some Phalite rings will be available at the beginning of each game, while others reveal themselves when the Elemental Rift transforms, particularly those that would otherwise disrupt early game jungle.
Okay, so on to the objectives. Otacon was one of the biggest additions
So even
to the
warding
map
is
this
too
year.
hard
It
for our
was a
players,
pretty
so we
cool,
put like
unique objective
things to
fight
put
for.
wards on
That
specifically
said,
or
it
what?
contributed to objective fatigue,
Go.
which many of you cited as an issue, and we agree. We wanted to alleviate this over time. We had removed the second form of Otacon, we removed the second set of grubs, but it really wasn't enough. So, just like Zehen did, we are cutting Otacon out of the game. That includes Blood Roses.
Okay.
That said,
Fuck that
let us know what you
objective,
think about
Loki.
limited time gameplay changes and if there's something you'd
Fuck
like to
that
see more of.
objective.
But back to Otacon, his removal also means that Baron will go back to his old 20-minute
Baron
slot
back
time.
to 20
Welcome back,
minutes.
Additionally, we're making all
That's
epic
gonna
monsters
feel so
more
weird,
durable,
actually.
especially late game dragons as you get closer to Dragon Soul. That should make it so that it's easier for teams on the back foot to contest dragons and other epic monsters or trade something meaningful on the other side of the map.
Finally, we're also removing feats of strength from the game. We like that they push teams to progress the
feats of
game and
strength.
provided goals to rally around, but we think we can create better game systems that allow
So
for
the
players to have
variety
more
is just
individual
removing
agency
all of
over
the
their
things
game.
they added this
With
season.
feats getting
That's the
boots,
variety we're
adding
getting.
back some gold
They're just
rewards for
reverting
first
everything.
blood and first turret.
Another way we're looking to improve sieging
That's
is
the new-
new
that's a
mechanic
new
called
variety,
crystal
let's go.
growth, which is kind of like a universal demolish effect. Crystals will build up on towers over several
Ew.
minutes, and when hit, they're consumed to deal an extra burst of damage based on how much buildup has accumulated. This should help
The fuck
enable
is
pushing
that?
windows in more situations, even if you're behind or don't have the highest DPS. Demolish will be sticking around, but will be simplified to a good old 3-hit passive.
We love 3-hit passives.
Yes, we do.
Turret plates will now stay on outer turrets permanently and will be added to the inner and inhibitor towers as well.
What?
We're doing this to create long-term piecemeal rewards for pushing. No matter what state the turret's in, you're likely to minus
Permanent
gold by
plates on
taking
all
aggressive
turrets.
positions. We're not adding more gold to the map with these changes. Instead, we're going to be basically spreading out the current gold for killing a tower and splitting it across the plates.
Okay, they're just
To
splitting
further
it.
facilitate pushing, we're ramping up minion respawn
I guess it's like
rates
not that
in the
high of a
late game to
reward,
give
it's like
more frequent access
his
to
gold. You
sieging
probably get like
targets.
50 gold or
We're
something.
also adjusting Lakeum home guards to
I played.
swiftly take you to your most pushed minion wave in each lane.
And finally, Nexus turrets will respawn with partial health missing. We like that the respawn allows a team to
What?
hold their base for a while and not
What did you say?
basically
Home guards to swift minion respawn rates in the late game to give more frequent access to sieging turrets. We're also adjusting Lakeum home guards to swiftly take you to your most pushed minion wave in each lane.
And finally, Nexus turrets will respawn with partial health missing. We like that the respawn allows a team to hold their base for a while and not have to worry about getting backdoored by a Twitch, but with a full health respawn, it meant that it was honestly incorrect for a sieging team to finish killing the turret sometimes.
Now, for our biggest change for next year, role quests.
When you load into the game in January, top, bot, and mid lane will now have their own quests that reward unique power, similar to the jungle pet evolutions and the support item upgrades.
You'll progress these new quests by killing minions, champions, plates, towers, or epic objectives. All the things you'd normally be doing in a game. You'll progress even faster by doing those in your assigned lane.
Your quest is decided by which role you've been assigned in the lobby, so if you and a friend or a stranger want to change roles, make sure you do an official trade in Champ Select.
One of our goals with these role quests is to buff top and bot carry relative to the other roles.
Buff
as
top
they're
and bot
currently the two
carry.
weakest,
It's so
and as a
fucking
result,
over.
the quest rewards are going to be comparatively stronger for them. Now, let's get into the rewards which will be granted in a new role quest slot.
Historically, top
Role
laners
quest
haven't always
slots?
felt like they have the agency over the games that they deserved,
What
even
the
if they won their
fuck
lane.
are they
That's something we would
doing?
like to change this season. Upon quest completion, top laners will receive pretty much Summoner Teleport for free on top of the 2 summoners they already have.
Was?
Now, if you had taken Teleport in pregame, instead that spell gets a lot stronger, giving a very, very large shield when you use it.
Was?
In addition to getting a functionally free summoner spell, top laners will also get a bunch of bonus XP up front, more XP from future sources, and an increased level cap.
Now, to mid lane. A huge variety of champions can be played there, so we wanted this reward to be good whether you're mage, assassin, or both like Malphite mid. And upon completing the quest, mid laners will receive a free tier 3 boot upgrade like the ones you could buy with feats, as well as a faster recall.
Rounding it out for new quests, in bot lane, we're going to lean even harder into the carry
that's-
part of the role.
that's-
So while top laners getting bonus XP, bot laners
Fuck
are
you mean
getting a whole
faster
bunch of
recoil,
extra gold.
what?
When completing their quest, they get a lump sum of gold, increased gold from minion kills, champ kills, and champion assists for the rest of the game. And you might be asking, well then what do I do with all this gold if I hit item cap? Don't worry, the item cap is going up. Your 7th item slot will hold your boots permanently, allowing you to get 6 full legendary items for extra hard
What?
missions.
Bro,
support already
it's
have
April
quests
Fool's
and
or what?
rewards, but we
It's
still wanted
April
to take this
Fool's.
opportunity to
It's
make some
April
changes.
Fool's joke.
Jungle
It is
by far the
April
strongest role in the
Fool's.
game right now,
1st
especially
of
when it comes to
April.
early map influence. So we're slightly lowering the speed of early game clears to give lane matchups a little bit more time to play out uninterrupted. We're also making it harder for non-junglers to steal objectives by increasing their resists and making Smite deal more damage.
Their role quest is still getting pet upgrades and PvP smite like before, and they're now getting increased golden XP from large monsters when the quest is done, as well as bonus movement speed in the jungle.
Similar to jungle, we think support is already plenty powerful and has a very functional role quest, so we
Okay,
didn't want
let's
to
hear the
directly
support
increase their power.
support
With that
quests.
in mind, we wanted to give them quality of life oriented upgrades, so we're giving them a new slot exclusively for control wards, discounts on control wards, and a little bit more gold over time so they can keep pace a little better with the other roles.
Overall, we want these quests to represent meaningful power spikes in a way that leans into the unique strengths of each role. This also allows us to delete the lane swap detective mechanic that we added last year to combat pro lane swapping. We'll be keeping a close eye on how quests land, so please let us know your thoughts next year.
But role quests aren't all we have planned to make your champions feel more satisfying. We're going to bring back a few items to the Rift for each class, so give them some shiny new toys, including bringing back a few familiar favorites like
But he said
Gunblade.
a
For
few
example,
items
we're adding the
per
new Scepter
class.
of bonking for AP fighters, which
Oh,
will
the new
empower
items.
Spellblade bonk to double your on-hit effects.
That's not the final name, is it?
I would like it, but no, we're probably gonna give it something in canon.
I do love bonking. Well, anyway, given none of these names are final, if you're an AD fighter without a good way to get Omnivamp, you can grab Blood Sphere, which will give
Oh
you
yeah,
some Omnivamp,
AD
and also
fighter
ability
item with
based scaling
Omnivamp.
with your AD.
Or if you play
Yeah.
an AD carry who's really good at auto spacing, you can pick up Snowbow for extra range on takedown, plus damage amp based on how far away you are from your opponents.
Damage amp based on how far away you are from your opponents. You're about to Akshan ult over half the map and one-shot someone with like 50% extra damage.
We took a hard look at which subclasses didn't feel like they were getting enough support from the current item system and worked to fill those spaces. So we're hoping many champions have at least one of the 9 new items that they can get excited about.
Speaking of which, we're also adding
9
quick damage
new
back to 100%.
items. Well, that's not a lot.
Alright, we know that was a lot to cover. We're excited to hear what you think of all these changes as the new season kicks off.
And in case you're looking for even more details or insights on these changes, make sure to check out the dev blog that's live right now.
That's it from us on the Summoner's Rift team, and so we'll throw it back to Pabro and Medler, and we'll see you on the Rift.
Or did you just say 200% crit? Or are you guys just saying that because you know? I mean, I know that they do that, but did they just say that?
Just make sure to check out the dev blog that's live right
Say
now.
that? Am I
Of which
deaf?
we're also adding crit damage back to 100%.
Wait, this is
9 new
broken.
items that they can get excited about.
Bro, AD carries get more gold, have 200% crit damage, and have an extra item slot.
Speaking of which,
It's
we're also
fucking
adding
actually
crit damage
Alex
back
this
to
season.
100%.
Alright, we know that was a lot to cover. We're excited to hear what you think of all these changes as the new season kicks off.
And in case you're looking for even more details, or
Surely ADC
insights
won't-
on these changes,
won't be
make sure to
like
check out the dev blog that's live right
1v9 every game.
That's it from us on the Summoner's Rift team, and so we'll throw it back to Pabro
Yeah,
and
mid lane
Medler,
gets a
and we'll
faster
see
recoil.
you
Nice,
on the
man.
Rift.
Okay, let's
So
talk about
if mid lane gets a faster recoil, do they remove symbiotic souls or what? Because the symbiotic souls literally give you a faster recoil already. You just remove the boots or what?
ranked. This year we've been making improvements to shorten queue times, and make your matches more fair through improvements to inting and griefing detection.
Okay, let's hear the ranked.
And more recently, we ran a test in late September
action. Can't
that
wait.
reduced queue times by 40% at all ranks in ranked in EU West and Oceania. We want to double down on that work and make 2026 the best time yet to climb.
So next year, we'll be also tackling two common frustrations, mismatched teams and long queues. Something we want to address is
Let's
visual
hear it,
rank
bro.
disparity in lobbies as well. When players start their climbs late after a reset, you may see a bronze player in an otherwise gold game, which can feel particularly unfair. When in reality, that player was gold last season, but they haven't gotten back to that rank yet because they've had less time to play. So we're adding a climb indicator to loading screens when a player's MMR is higher than their visible rank. This will let other players know that you're climbing quickly and your displayed rank hasn't caught up yet.
We're also making changes to how flex and solo duo MMR are calculated. A common pain point is someone who is silver in flex and, say, diamond in solo duo just stomping a bunch of games, when in reality they're truly diamond in both ladders. So this season, if your solo duo MMR is much higher than your flex MMR, the system should bring your flex rank a lot closer to
Okay,
your solo
who the
duo.
fuck cares about flex?
And that should mean flex matchups will feel a fair
Who the
bit more
fuck
balanced
cares?
moving forwards.
Next, we're making changes to autofill. The reality of League is that certain roles are substantially more popular than others, and having an autofill jungler versus a jungle main can feel like an auto loss.
Correct.
This means that quite often people either dodge to avoid it
Yes.
or hold your lobby hostage in order
Yeah.
to get you to dodge.
You're getting close.
When nobody likes queue times, this is an awful experience.
So we have a number of changes to make autofill fairer. To reward you for sticking with the role you assigned when
Yeah.
you do get autofilled.
Yeah.
First, if someone on your team is autofilled, the system will try to match autofilled players by role. So an autofilled jungler versus another autofilled jungler, for example. If it can't match by roles, it will then of course fall back and try to ensure the same number of autofilled players on each team.
Yeah.
We do know though that even with that balance, autofill games can still feel discouraging when you play your best in a role that you didn't choose. That's why we're adding a new system called Aegis of Valor.
Aegis of
If you're
Valor.
autofilled and earn a mastery score of C or greater, the Aegis will trigger. You won't lose any LP on a loss, or you'll earn double LP for a win.
What?
So for those of you who main a less popular role,
What?
Double LP for a win.
So for those of you who main
Huh?
Or you'll earn
You won't lose LP, or you'll earn double. What? What? What the fuck is that? Wait, but that's just for
That's why
autofill,
we're adding
right?
a new system
Not like
called Aegis of Valor.
secondary role as well,
You're
right?
autofilled and earn a mastery score
That's autofill. That has to be only autofill, right?
of C or greater.
Mastery score. You need a good mastery score.
The Aegis will trigger. You
Yeah,
won't
let me
lose
just
any
like
LP on
play
a loss,
play
or
exactly so
you'll
I get a
earn
good
double
mastery
LP.
score, so I just get more LP.
So for those of you who main less popular roles and therefore seldom get autofilled, first of all, thanks. We haven't forgotten about you. You'll still occasionally receive the Aegis benefit at about the same rate as other players because we want to reward the role heroes who keep the queue healthy and moving.
Okay, so if you main a role that you can get it on your main role as well if you main a role that everyone like there's like no people play or what.
Chain dodges lobby after lobby.
Chain
So
dodges.
We've made a few updates.
Yeah, remove dodging,
after a
bro.
positive response to our pilot test, we're removing the ability to ban a hovered allied champion, taking
Okay.
away an opportunity for a teammate to tilt off the planet before
Party
the
net
match even
buff.
starts. And then second, dodging a lobby will no longer allow players to escape autofill.
Dodging
Get
it?
carried over to the next lobby.
What?
We think that the Aegis of Valor
Okay, so you
should
just
provide a solid
straight up
reward for
force the
sticking
play
around
autofill.
and trying. So, come on,
Bro, I
it's
need to
double
learn
LP.
jungle. I hell nah.
And at master and above, dodging an autofill will count as a full.
Dodge what?
We know that
Wait, what? Dodging an autofill will call this a loss.
Master and above,
Lol.
dodging an autofill
Okay, so you just can't dodge.
will
GG.
count as a full loss.
It's time to play
We
Akshan
know that
jungle.
this is a pretty big change from how we've dealt with dodging in the past, and we believe that this will lead to higher quality and faster games. Speaking of speeding things up, we're also speeding up champ select by cutting down on timers and
Yeah.
animations, which should save about half a minute.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did it.
Good?
And if that wasn't enough, we've got one last ranked change. We're adding back
What's the
duo
last?
queue to higher ranks, including Challenger, in most regions.
Ew,
For so many
what?
people, League is better with friends. And in the past,
Wait, there's gonna
we
be
disabled
cancer, what?
duoing
What do you mean?
in X-tier ranks because it's so often led to rank manipulation. But
This is
because
dog
of the
shit.
improvements we mentioned earlier, as well as the ongoing work on boosting and ranked manipulation detection.
How the
we're
fuck is that
confident we can
supposed to
bring
work?
back high MMR duoing without it being so abused.
So, call up your friends. It's duo time.
Good for viewers, yeah, but how is that gonna
Switching
work?
gears, let's talk about Swift Play.
I just go duo Q netty net and get 100% win rate in Challenger or what?
Swift Play is
How's that
pretty
supposed to
popular,
work?
and we think there's a lot of room for further improvement. And we want Swift Play to be that place where you can get in a quick game, where you and or some friends can practice new champions, or where new players can come and learn and get their foot
Well,
in
I'm
the
not
door.
gonna duo Q
That means
reptile.
Swift Play should still be somewhat
Yeah,
competitive.
before broken AD
while
carries
providing
next season,
quicker
I might
queues,
have to duo
faster
Q.
games, and serving both new and existing players. So, we're rolling out some changes that should address the overall pacing, touching objectives, laning, and the jungle.
To start with, we're bringing over a lot of the changes to Summoner's Rift generally that were talked about earlier in this video, except for role quests. Now, for Swift Play specific changes though, the first thing
Who
we're
the fuck
tackling
cares
is
about
game pacing.
Swift play, bro?
Swift Play games are
Okay, well,
actually
the
a bit
most of
long,
the
and
important
the general
stuff is over.
consensus is there isn't quite enough action. So things like long death timers, focusing on CSing in lane, and objective overload all take away from the promise of Swift Play. So we want to get you to the action faster and more often.
Now, while some of the Season 1 changes will help address this, you'll also start Swift Play at level 3 with some extra gold similar to ARAM. We're also lowering death timers across the entire game so you're getting back into the action quicker. And in order to keep the game from stalling out, we look for ways for you to capitalize on the shorter death windows. So we're increasing the minion spawn
Not calling
frequency,
anyone, bro.
putting canning minions in every wave after the third, and introducing a new mechanic that we're calling Minion Frenzy.
If you kill an enemy champion near your minions,
Who plays quick
they'll be
play?
inspired by your actions. They'll
Swift
get
play, I mean.
enraged and attack
I've won
faster
in chat if
and
you
do
have a
more
Swift play
damage.
player.
We're also going to be making some adjustments
People
to
actually
power
play that.
durability and making sudden death start a little bit earlier. And thus,
No way anyone plays
Swift.
Swift play.
outside of pacing, we also want to decrease objective overload.
2,
While the
2,
removal
5.
of Arcan helps,
Oh, many
we're also
many
going to be
Swift play
removing
players, bro.
Quick Robs and Rift Herald.
They fuck this shit. Next.
Hi everyone, I'm Dashi Jador, product lead, back again to chat about WASD, this time with...
The tech lead for WASD. I'm Riot, call me KT.
Now that Worlds is over and we're getting closer to the end of the year, we want to
Let me
check
know.
back in on the wild
was
world of
Swift play, bro.
WASD. We've been on the PvE for a few months now, and in that
That was
time, we've
Swift play.
caught and squashed over 100 bugs. All thanks to the feedback we received from all of you creative, maybe a little unhinged PvE players who've been helping us find, identify, and crush all of these pesky bugs. An extra special thanks to the players who are able to re-trigger the notorious new bug. Even beyond bugs, PvE players have been giving us great recommendations and requests.
One Redditor
WASD.
recommended that we add an option to do a single button input to move at a 45-degree angle up and down the lane. It sounded pretty wild at first, but we found through our internal testing that it actually saved a lot of finger pain. So it will be available as an accessibility option for WASD players going forward. Since our debut on the PvE, we've been continuously updating all the different facets of WASD. We've made improvements to navigating around minions, wall sliding, the new dynamic lock camera, and more. One of these features is a new auto attack system for WASD. With practice and dedication, you'll be able to weave attacks and movement, matching the experience in point and click to reach your optimum DPS. Our goal is to keep WASD as an alternative control scheme at all levels of play, not just for brand new players. We'll be keeping an eye on feedback as well as our internal data to ensure it remains an equitable experience.
We've also been updating our dynamic locked camera. We've added the highly requested ability to tune the camera speed to your liking. Along with these settings, we heard your feedback on wanting a way to scout ahead, to check for ganks, look at other lanes, and much more. So we've introduced a new feature appropriately named the Scout Ahead mode. When you're in dynamic locked camera, you can hold your middle mouse button to freely move your camera and you'll snap back on release. These features, along with all the bug fixes, will be available when WASD goes live tomorrow in all queues except ranked and normal draft games. We're choosing to keep WASD out of draft modes for now, as we want to make sure you can have a smooth process for your ranked climb.
Really? Tomorrow?
Well, WASD will be live in all unranked queues except normal draft in patch 25.24, which for many of you should be tomorrow.
We saw your requests and questions about other features we've promised, like champion-specific keybinds and enabling many of these new features for point-and-click players. We're still working on them, and much more to come.
We're at the point where we want to focus on getting large amounts of player data in order to drive our development further. So we're opening up the feedback channels to our much more global audience. Now, we still don't have the exact timeline on when WASD will come to ranked. We want to ship it when it's ready, which means fair, balanced, bug-free, and smooth to play.
Please keep up the feedback and bug reports. There may still be a few stragglers out there. Only through our powers combined can we find all of them.
That's it for us. Be sure to check back out on WASD when it's live and send your bugs, feedback, and best misplays.
Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you WASDing on the Rift.
Not great. Bit too much hopium when I filled them out.
I know how it feels, but the hopium is feeling good for me. I think I'm actually feeling great.
Really?
Totally.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Wearing the suit then.
We don't know.
Not gonna be me.
I mean, we'll see.
Good luck.
Okay.
Okay, we know that this was a long one with a lot of info in it. And we'll see you again in January as mentioned to talk a bit more about Season 1 and a little bit about the rest of 2026.
Don't forget that Ranked will stay open until the new season, so go finish your climbs, have a happy and safe holiday season, and we'll see you on the Winter Rift.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Yo, I'm pretty sure adding duo Q to high elo is gonna be completely dog shit. That does not sound good. Why would you let people duo Q at like top ladder? What? How cancer is that gonna be? Yo, duo with Faker. Yeah, man. Well. Not sure what to think of it. Not sure what to think of it. Not too sure. Duo Q sounds terrible. They did say select regions, and I assume EU West would be included. People overacting as usual is not perfect, but overall good. I mean, the stuff seems like okay, like most of the changes, like some new stuff. We'll like see how it goes. I just don't like duo queuing in Challenger. I don't think that should be a thing, because that just makes the ladder not competitive. Like you can duo queue at top 10 rank, then like how is that competitive? You just duo abusing. Like if someone gets rank 1 just duo queuing every game, like you know what I mean? It's a bit cringe in my opinion. But maybe they like cap it or something at a certain LP. I do like Atakan being gone. I think that objective is cancer and just fucking annoying, to be honest. No friends. I mean, it's not about that. I mean, it's obviously like you can get like good content just duo queuing people, but pretty sure it's kinda bad. At least if it's in shell. Minute 20 seems crazy. I mean, that's how it's always been, you know. That's literally how it always has been. They're just reverting it back to how it was. What do you think of the role quest for top 80 carry mids? I don't know, it sounds really weird. I mean, I guess for top lane, it like allows you to play other summoner spells, since you still get a TP eventually. So there will probably be more like summoner spell variation on top lane. Like more people can play Ignite, more people can play like Ghost or some shit like that, because they get TP later on. Mid lane, I don't know, bro. I guess you just get better boots. I mean, they said the mid lane one is not supposed to be that strong, I guess. You just get fucking slightly stronger boots, and apparently you get Baron Recall. That doesn't make sense. Is every mid lane in the game is gonna have Baron Recall the entire game, or what happens if you take TP top? You get like a better TP. You get like a fat shield when you TP in, and just faster, I think. Like, it sounds stupid to me. Like with how that sounds, every single mid laner, every game, every mid laner will just have a Baron Recall or what? The whole game, right? Or am I seeing that wrong? Rian Jace matchup is kinda hard. Ah, fucked up, man. Just insta-flashed. What is that guy doing, bro? He really does that? Are we deadass doing that? So scuffed, bro. What the fuck did he just get healed from? Man was nie alle, ne? Fucking Fock. This just sucks. I get FF hanging, honestly. Oh, for fuck's sake! What a disgusting game! What? Holy shit, FF fast. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, my game is saved, holy fuck. Absolute fucking schizo gameplay. Like, this Mel dying just caused my entire team to chain end. Boom, 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 boom! I misclicked.
목숨을 뺏는 건 언제나 힘든 일이지.